Archangel Michael says, "There is a strange silence in the air tonight, one that carries a weight only the soul can recognize. It feels like something important was about to happen but paused midway, left suspended in space." You feel it too, that familiar ache in the chest that refuses to let go. You've tried to forget, to distract, to drown the thoughts that echo back their name, but the universe whispers them into your dreams. The nights have grown longer not because of time, but because of what's missing between the hours. The connection still exists, raw and unhealed, deeper than anything words could hold. Their energy clings to yours like a scent you can't wash away. In the silence of your routine, in the midst of a crowd, their name lingers like a ghost in your shadow. Every little thing becomes a painful reminder, each song, a voice, each scent, a moment, each quiet second, a scream inside your chest. There are two hearts, two souls still tied by invisible cords of memory and longing, aching in ways that have no cure. What once was broken was never truly shattered, it just scattered into places both of you still carry every day. And now, that pain builds, heavy and unseen. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, "This connection was divine, but life played its games. Timing misfired, circumstances twisted, and words that should have healed ended up scarring instead. The silence now between you is not peace, it's a prison built of what-ifs and should-have-beens. They think of you more than you know, in ways they'll never tell. Pride and fear have built walls, but behind them, the truth burns like a quiet fire. They're afraid if they reach out, they'll fall apart all over again, because you're not just a memory, you're the part they never healed from. Your name dances in their thoughts when they close their eyes, and your voice lingers in the places they visit alone. They replay moments in their head like an unfinished song, waiting for the lyrics to make sense again. Even the sky seems heavier on days when you're both pulling away in silence. This is not over, not because you don't speak, but because your spirits refuse to forget. The connection bends but never breaks. It waits, like a secret rhythm beneath the chaos of daily life, waiting for both hearts to beat in unison again. Type Amen to get blessing 540. There's a restlessness in your sleep because your soul knows someone else's heart is unsettled too. The pain you're feeling isn't yours alone, it echoes from theirs, bouncing through time and energy like a cry unheard. That's why it feels so intense. It's not one heartbreak but two. They tried to bury it, you tried to move on, yet it keeps surfacing like a wave that refuses to drown. The love was too deep to erase, too pure to destroy, too real to forget. Something inside them wants to speak, but something outside them keeps them silent. In this silence, you're both writing silent letters to each other with your tears. You're both hoping, praying, waiting for the other to reach out. But neither of you knows if it's safe to break the silence. You walk through your day with a mask, but inside you're screaming. Your eyes hold a storm, and your heart carries a thunder that no one sees. And still, you hope that somehow, somewhere, they feel it too. Type Amen to get blessing 719. You think about the day it all began, the way they looked at you, the warmth in their presence. Those memories don't age. They remain suspended in your heart like it happened yesterday. You try not to remember, but your soul doesn't forget. When your hands are cold, you remember theirs. When the wind touches your skin, you remember the way they used to. You're haunted not by ghosts, but by a love that refuses to leave the room of your heart. They stare at your pictures in silence, wondering if you've moved on, wondering if you still hurt the way they do. They are scared that too much time has passed, that maybe you've grown out of what they still sink into every night. But the truth is, they never stopped loving you. The distance hurts, but the uncertainty hurts more. You both suffer in silence, carrying pieces of each other while pretending to be whole. But neither of you truly is. Type Amen to get blessing 884. Your name was once spoken like poetry from their lips, now it rests unspoken in the hollows of their chest. It's not that they don't want to talk, it's that they don't know how to say everything they buried. And you, too, are choking on words that won't come out. Archangel Michael says, your souls are still dancing in realms unseen, even if your bodies stay still. The universe watches you both ache, hoping you find your way back through the labyrinth of emotions. The connection is not lost, it's waiting. You sense them when you're not supposed to. At strange hours, when no one else is awake, something inside you whispers their name. You want to scream, but all that comes out is a sigh soaked in longing. You've had moments of peace, but they never lasted. Because peace never came from letting go, it came from being with them. And without them, you've only known survival, not peace. Type Amen to get blessing 900. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, you both thought you were doing the right thing by walking away. But your hearts never agreed with your minds. And now, you carry that conflict in your every breath. Time hasn't healed, time has only made the longing sharper, clearer. You can pretend for the world, but not when you're alone. Because that's when the ache returns, fierce and raw. They wanted to say something days ago but held back. They typed out messages, only to delete them. They waited for a sign, but fear made them turn away again. You looked at the moon one night, wondering if they were looking too, and yes, they were. Just as haunted, just as in pain, just as deeply consumed by the absence of you. Type Amen to get blessing 1007. Your heart speaks in silence, and the universe listens. It knows the truth behind the quiet glances, the missed calls, the unspoken emotions. The pain is proof that love existed, and maybe still does. They miss your laughter the most. The sound of it, the way it made their world feel safe. Without it, everything sounds distant, unfamiliar. Every place you once went together feels different now, emptier. The air doesn't hold the same joy, the world feels muted. Even the stars seem to flicker with less light. Archangel Michael says, love like this does not vanish, it transforms. It waits, it holds on. Something powerful still exists between you and them. And this spiritual echo will not fade until it is answered. Type Amen to get blessing 1181. You feel drained because you're carrying energy that's not just your own. Their pain has become yours. The universe has tied you together in a bond beyond comprehension. You try to distract yourself, but it doesn't last. Their memory creeps in like a soft ghost whispering your name. You breathe, but the breath is heavy. They scroll through your old messages, laughing at things that once made them smile. But then the tears come. Because laughter without you hurts more than silence. The emotional pull is not imagination, it's real. Your souls are magnets, still circling each other in a world too loud to notice. And every heartbeat is a cry for reunion. Type Amen to get blessing 1255. This isn't just heartbreak, it's soul ache, a pain that doesn't fade because it's tied to purpose. You were meant to know each other, to collide, to burn bright. They wonder if you hate them. But you don't. You're just hurt and tired. You're both looking up at the same sky, wishing on the same stars, wondering if the other feels the same. You don't need words to know the answer. The pain already told the truth. You've changed, but the love hasn't. It still sits inside you like a song without an ending, and it plays over and over again. Type Amen to get blessing 1383. Archangel Michael says, your reunion is not a matter of if, but when. Because love like this bends fate. It writes its own return, they are closer than you think. Watching, waiting, hurting. They want to come back, but they need to believe they won't be pushed away. You're both healing in different ways. But part of that healing includes each other. You are their missing piece, just as they are yours. And soon, when hearts are ready, when pain turns to purpose, the silence will break. One of you will speak. And the healing will begin. Type Amen to get blessing 1466. The healing won't look perfect. It won't come wrapped in pretty words or easy apologies. It will be raw, vulnerable, trembling with emotion, but it will be real. They will look at you and see home again. Not the kind made of walls and roofs, but the kind built with heartbeats and late-night talks, the kind of home they've been homeless without. You may hesitate when it happens. Your mind will scream warnings, but your heart will whisper truth. Because the pain taught you what you couldn't see before. You never stopped being the answer to each other's storms, you were simply lost in the thunder. But now, even the lightning is guiding you back. Type Amen to get blessing 1522. They carry the guilt like a wound they never bandaged. They play your last moments together in their mind, wondering how it unraveled so fast. They would undo it all if they could. You cry when no one sees it. You smile through your ache. But your soul has grown tired of pretending. The pull between you both is beginning to stir. Energy doesn't lie, it whispers, it calls, it sends signs. And now, those signs are everywhere. A feather, a name, a dream, they're not coincidences. They're signals. Proof that the soul still remembers, even when the mind forgets. Type Amen to get blessing 1660. You gave them more than love, you gave them safety, truth, light. They didn't realize it then, but they do now. And it's breaking them from the inside. There is something sacred about the connection you shared, not everyone gets to experience it. That's why letting go never worked. No matter who entered their life since you left, no one filled the void. Because you weren't just a person, you were a presence. You were their peace, they can still feel your last embrace in their bones. They still hear your voice when they're about to fall apart. And they wish they never let you go. Type Amen to get blessing 1789. You've both changed, but not in ways that separate you. you've changed in ways that can now support what once fell apart. Growth happened in the quiet. Your heart is more guarded now, but it still recognizes the one who broke it. Because love doesn't always walk away clean, it leaves fingerprints. And theirs are still on you, Archangel Michael says. They're coming closer in spirit before they come in person. You can feel them again, not just as memory, but as presence. That's the first sign. The pain you're feeling is part of the alignment. Sometimes the soul aches before it receives, and this ache has meaning. Type Amen to get blessing 1880. They are trying to find the courage to face you. To speak, to explain, to admit that they were scared. But every time they almost do, they freeze. They wonder if it's too late. They wonder if your heart has closed. But your heart, though bruised, still remembers the way theirs used to beat beside it. In the quiet moments, they say your name aloud. No one hears it but the wind, but your spirit always does. Even the days you feel like giving up, something inside says, wait. That whisper comes from the deepest part of your soul, and it carries their name. Type Amen to get blessing 1993. You didn't lose them, you just paused the journey. The story isn't finished, it's only waiting for the next chapter. They still see your smile in strangers. They still catch your scent in places they've never been. You live inside them more than you know. They once ran from the intensity of what they felt. But now, they crave that same fire. Because only in your warmth did they ever feel alive. Your paths were always meant to twist, not end. Detours don't destroy destiny, and this love was carved into your timeline long before your first meeting. Type Amen to get blessing February 1999. When you feel sudden emotion without reason, it's them thinking of you. When a tear falls out of nowhere, it's their heart calling yours. And when you feel weak, it's because they are, too. There's a pain inside them they never show the world. But it shows in their silence. It shows in their eyes when they smile for others but ache for you. They are tired of pretending they don't care. The mask is cracking, and behind it is someone who misses you so deeply, it's breaking them slowly. Even their laughter feels empty. Because the one person they want to share it with, is missing from their life. Type Amen to get blessing 2244. You were more than just a chapter in their story, you were the part that made everything else make sense. Now, without you, it's like they're reading a book in the dark. Lost in confusion. Archangel Michael says, the moment of truth is approaching. The reunion of energy before action. The universe is bringing things into alignment again. You'll hear from them when the moon is right, when the ache outweighs the fear. When destiny shakes them awake and reminds them, they never let you go. They only pushed it down. And when that day comes, your heart will know before your ears ever hear their voice. Because the soul always recognizes what it was born to love. Type Amen to get blessing 2380. You might cry again. You might feel the pain rise once more. But this time, it's because healing is near. Let the emotions come, don't run. Because even the ache is sacred when it's tied to true love. They regret not holding on tighter. They regret the words they never said. They regret thinking they had more time, but now, time is circling back. giving a second chance. Not just to love, but to be understood. Type Amen to get blessing 2499. You have waited long, endured silently, and suffered with grace, and now the divine is moving things for you. Quietly, powerfully, behind the scenes. You may not see it, but energy is shifting. Barriers are breaking. And hearts are being softened. They are beginning to remember not just who you were, but who they were with you. The best version of them existed when they had you. And they want that back. There's no replacing your soul. They tried, they failed, and now, they understand the cost of what was lost. Type Amen to get blessing February 1933. This is not fantasy. This is not desperation. This is divine reconnection in progress. Archangel Michael says, the bond will call you both at the same time. You'll feel it in your chest, a sudden urge, a strange calm, a magnetic shift. Follow it. Do not ignore the signs. The numbers, the songs, the places, everything is talking to you. Listen, feel, trust. You were not left behind. You were protected, preserved. For the right moment, for the right version of love. Type Amen to get blessing 2789, that moment is near. When eyes meet again, and no words will be needed. Just a look, and everything broken will begin to mend. They are already dreaming of what they'll say. They rehearse it, afraid it won't be enough, but your heart doesn't need perfect words, just truth. And the truth is, they love you. They never stopped. And now, they want to show it, not just say it. You'll feel peace like you've never known, because love that returns is love that was always meant to stay. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. There will be joy again. Real joy. Not borrowed smiles or forced happiness. This joy will be quiet, sacred, deep. The kind that only comes when broken things are made whole again. Hold on a little longer. Breathe. Let the universe do its work. Your hearts were never truly apart. They were simply learning how to love better. Deeper, forever. Type Amen to get blessing 3000. You will look back one day and realize the distance was necessary. Not to hurt you, but to prepare you both, to strengthen what was once fragile. Every tear you cried watered the future garden of your love. Every sleepless night polished the mirror of your soul. Now, you're ready to look into each other's eyes and see clearly. The reunion won't be loud. It will be soft, like a gentle sunrise after a long stormy night. No fireworks, just peace. And in that peace, your hearts will finally breathe. The ache will lift. The silence will break. Type Amen to get blessing 3111. They are closer now than ever before, not in distance, but in readiness. Their soul is whispering your name in prayer. Their heart is reaching toward you, trembling. They will show up when you least expect, not out of convenience, but out of alignment. The universe knows what it's doing. Every step you've taken, even when it felt lonely, was guiding you here. Every mistake, every detour, every delay had meaning. Nothing was wasted. They've seen your light from afar and never stopped admiring it. Even in their silence, you were their favorite sound. Even in absence, you were their constant thought. Type Amen to get blessing 3229. You are still teaching them what love means, your patience, your strength, your stillness. It has impacted them more than you know. Archangel Michael says, the divine clock is striking a new hour. One where past pain turns into present clarity. One where hearts return with new rhythm. They want to love you in a way they never could before. Not from fear or need, but from presence. Not to fix the past, but to build a future. You've always deserved that. You've always been enough, and now they see it with open eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 3344. Forgive the delay. Forgive the silence. It wasn't rejection, it was confusion, it was growth, it was fear. Their journey wasn't easy, just as yours wasn't. But all roads are bending now, twisting toward reunion. The path that once seemed blocked is clearing. Even the stars are aligning differently for you both. The sky knows your story, the cosmos remembers what was written for your hearts. You didn't love wrong. You loved truly. And the universe honors that kind of love. Type Amen to get blessing 3460. You will be held again by the arms you've dreamed of. You will be seen again by the eyes that once looked at you like you were the only thing alive. That love will return, richer, softer, stronger. No more running. No more confusion, just stillness, and the knowing that you are safe with them again. They will confess not just their regrets, but their plans. Plans to do better, to try harder, to stay longer. Because now they understand your worth. You are not hard to love, you are unforgettable, and they have finally remembered who you are to them. Type Amen to get blessing 3571. You were never alone in this pain. They carried it too. In the way they hesitated to speak, in the way their smile faded when your name came up, they pretended to move on, but it was never real. Just a mask to survive. But now, they're tired of pretending. They miss you. Deeply, unapologetically. Soulfully. You are the place their spirit feels free. And they're coming home. Type Amen to get blessing 3684. Let the tears fall tonight if they must. Let your heart release what it's held in silence. Because the reunion is near. It may come in a message, a voice, a meeting that seems by chance. But nothing is by chance when it's written in the stars, and this was always written. They will look at you like it's the first time all over again. But this time, they won't look away. This time, they'll stay. Because now they know, there is no home without you. Type Amen to get blessing 3777. Let go of the fear. The pain has passed through you for a reason. And now comes the reward. You've waited long, and the heavens have seen it, the angels have circled your name in divine light. And Archangel Michael stands watch over this reunion. What once broke you will now build you. What once hurt you will now hold you. And what once left will now return with truth. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are remembered, loved, and returning to wholeness. Type Amen to get blessing 4000.